Welcome back, everybody. I'm your host, Kelly Sparks, aka Red Beard. I'm going to go ahead and continue on with my daily drinker series, or weekly drinker, or whatever. I mean, usually I can probably sip on a fifth of whiskey, make it last a week or so, 7 to 8 days. And this week I decided to do Old Grandad 114. Also, if you guys have any suggestions on daily drinkers, I'm going to say sub $30. I'm going to go ahead and put that out there. Anything that can be bought for less than $30 retail, I'll see about adding it to the daily drinker list, and I'll review it whenever I finish the bottle. So, Old Grandad 114 is made by Jim Beam. It is the high rye mash bill. High rye mash bill. From Jim Beam, and this is actually Mr. Basil Hayden's himself. So Basil Hayden's and Old Grandad is the same mash bill, for those who didn't know. Says Old Grandad 114 is made from a unique recipe that uses more of the costly small grains, which create a distinctive flavor and body. This fine bourbon is bottled at 114 proof to preserve every drop of that unique character. Look for a lot number on each bottle signifying the authenticity of Old Grandad 114. This one says lot number 1. So I'm going to see if those lots actually change. So what I did on this one, I had enough to do a taste and then about 2 fingers on the rocks. So I just used 1 ice cube in this one. And what I found on this one, I really like the flavor right off the bat. But what I didn't care for, it had a drying effect to your palate. So if you started to drink a little bit of them, 2 or 3 glasses, and even on the rocks, it would almost be like it was trying to give you cotton mouth. So it smells wonderful. It smells delicious. Me personally, I think, and I'd have to go back and get me another bottle of Old Grandad Bottled and Bond, but I think I would prefer this much closer to like the 100 proof mark, because I believe the alcohol and the rye spice together, it's not incredibly enjoyable on the palate. So I mean, it's heavy caramel, cinnamon, spices. Very tasty, but I think this one might be best served on ice. Like I said, the flavors are really, really nice. And I think if you could tone it down with just a couple drops of water, it'd probably go really well without ice. But if you had an ice cube, and this is one thing that I noticed a couple nights ago while I was sipping on a glass, is whenever I'd have 1 or 2 glasses, it would definitely feel like it was trying to dry me out. So with an ice cube, it's almost completely melted. You get more of that rye spice, and it's toned down the bite of the alcohol. Now, I'm not here to tell you how to drink your whiskey, but if you're planning on drinking all night long, this might not be, you might not want to drink this straight, because you probably hit the floor in a few hours. So I don't think I'll go back to this one as a daily drinker personally. I might get a bottle just to have on hand for comparisons and whatnot, because I do think the flavor, see, it's already starting to dry me out, and it could be the addition of the ice to it that's causing that drying effect. But I really think the flavor on this one is quite lovely, but it's, I believe the alcohol is too high and the rye is too high, and it doesn't complement each other. And then on ice, it just has this yeah, it almost muted most of the caramel and the cinnamon. Well, the caramel and all that is pretty much muted, all the barrel notes, because of it's chilled slightly, and now it's slightly watered down. So it's really just, it feels like it's more rye than anything, and I'm not sure. I just don't prefer the taste. I don't prefer the flavor like this, so that's why I'm thinking Old Granddad Bottled in Bond, which is 100 proof, could be a better daily drinker than Old Granddad 114. So, I mean, this is This is still a solid 8.5, or not 8.5, but 8.1 whiskey. I mean, it tastes really good. It's a damn good bourbon. But as far as daily drinkers go, I'm probably not going to pick this one again. Probably won't pick this one again. So, but like I said, I'm sure I'll go out and get another one eventually, just to have on hand for comparisons and tastings and whatnot, blind tastings, because that's always fun. And yeah, so that's my thoughts on this one. Still a good whiskey. I don't think it would be, me personally, I'm not going to consider it a daily drinker. So, just because, well, apparently my memory card was full, so the video shut off on me, so I had to quickly delete some stuff off the video, and now I'm finishing it up. But yeah, I don't think I'll be going back to this as a daily drinker, just because it didn't quite just speak to me. So, like I said, guys, if you have any suggestions on daily drinkers you want me to try out, I'll definitely, if it's sub $30, that's what we're shooting for. Pretty fairly reasonably priced, and I'd like to go $30 plus tax. Well, with tax included, sub $30. So that's what I'm shooting for my daily drinkers. I'll post this one, and y'all let me know in the comments below what you want to see next, and I'll probably go out and get the one that I haven't had yet. So don't forget, check out the Tattered Beans. My links are in the description below. Buy some coffee from me. I think it's pretty delicious. Check out the Bearded Idiots. Like always, folks, if you can, donate to the Patreon. I'd greatly appreciate it with my impending legal fees. So, like always, folks, drink some whiskey, share it with your friends and family, and have a nice day. Take care.